Welcome to the TVISTTER Diaries. This is episode 2 of the TVISTTER Diaries, and for this day I have thought to take hashtag Bitcoin for our analysis of Twitter data. And so for the next few minutes you can follow me and we will take at the activity and the statistics and the network topology of the hashtag Bitcoin. So here we go. What you see here is basically a three-dimensional network analysis structure of all Twitter communication at the hashtag Bitcoin from yesterday, from 4 a.m. in the morning. So by the way, the time is UTC, Universal Time Code. So 4 a.m. UTC and 4 p.m. UTC. So it's about, 12 hours, more or a bit. Okay, so for half a day, basically, we've had about 10,000 tweets, of which about nearly 9,000 led to communication. In this visualization, communication means somebody twittered something, sent a tweet, and somebody else retweeted him. And every point in this visualization that you see here is one account for this time frame. And if somebody tweeted something and somebody else retweeted him, the program makes a blue connection in the 3D space between those two accounts. And so naturally, with more and more connections, more and more activity, a network shows up and makes visible for the first time the three-dimensional network structure of Twitter communication. So here we go. What we have here is about, it's 7,300 accounts in this sample. And I'll stop the rotation now. And we can, for example, check out who is the most popular account on this time frame under the hashtag Bitcoin. So I open up the statistics on the left and we see the most popular account. It's this one here. By the way, with a simple right click on the graphic, you can open up the real Twitter account. So, it's quite slow today. So this one was in this half day the most popular account. By the way, popularity is calculated with the number of tweets that this account tweeted in this time frame, the number of retweets he got, and the number of favorites so the number of likes, if you like it. So this then gets thrown into a simple mathematical formula and it calculates the popularity of the account. And this also makes up the volume size of the bubble in the visualization. The bigger the bubble, the more popular the account. At number 2 for this day is the account Irish Girl Crypt. Again, I must say, because this account is going very strong for at least in the last few weeks or even months. So it's one of those giveaway accounts. And I think number 1, is this also a giveaway? I'm not sure what he's doing here. So, and number 5. It looks like this, at least it's somebody with a real personality behind this account. What we see here is Cameron Winklevoss. I think most of you guys that trade or have Bitcoins know who this is. And so he was on number 5 this time frame. And at the same time, the visualization opens up the possibility to see who was not only most popular but also most retweeted. And we can also switch over to, for example, the number of tweets, who was the most active tweeting account. And so I switched it now to number of tweets, and the size of the bubble represents now the counting of the tweets of this account. And I will zoom a little bit into the center of the visualization, and at the same time I will reduce the scale size a little bit. The scale size is basically how big the accounts are visualized. represented. And yes. So the BTC journal is the account with the most original tweets for this time frame. And here we go. That's the account. He's so slow. I'm sorry, you guys, but it's really slow with my internet at the moment. I don't know what happens. Maybe the neighbor is pulling huge data volumes at this time. So the Bitcoin's tweet journal. So congratulations, guys. You are number one. So what else do we see here? Okay. So next up, we can check out the sentiment of the tweets. So the system is analyzing every tweet for its sentiment. And like always in this hashtag for Bitcoins, it's basically positive, nice sentiment everywhere you look. So everything is basically green. The more green an account is, the more positive are its tweets, the average. And the more red an account is showed, the more negative the tweet is. And at the same time, we can also visualize the bot score. And we see that in this hashtag, there are a lot of bots on the way. So the reddish color implies that there is a high possibility or probability that this account is not a human but a bot. And the green accounts signify a very high probability of being a human. Okay, so let's see, for example, there we have one account. Oh, the camera is a little bit shaky today. And let's zoom into this account. So this red blob here, it's Crypto Squawk. He tweeted 13 times in this time frame. He got 2 retweets by other people. He has himself retweeted nobody. And he has a very high bot score. And so he's probably a bot, or at least he behaves a little bit like a bot. So the system says that he's a red guy. Okay. So maybe a little look into the other part of yesterday. So that's the visualization of the time of the second part of the day from 4:16 p.m. until midnight p.m. Again, UTC, Uniform Time Code. So if you guys are, for example, in New York, you have to subtract 4 hours of this time to get your New Yorker time. And let's see. So highest number of original tweets in this time frame. So in the second part of yesterday, Arving with 84 tweets. Congratulations. Second place is again Bitcoin's tweet journal with about 50 tweets within about how much is it? 10 hours, not 8 hours, something like this. So those accounts are very, very active. And again, I switch over to the visualization to show us account popularity. Here we go. And again, the sentiment, and in this case also the connections signal the sentiment. And oh yes, Winklevoss, he was the most popular tweet. So yeah, he and his brother, they are big iconic personas in the Bitcoin and in the crypto area. So I'm not surprised that he got a lot of attention and a lot of retweets if he's telling something. Okay, so let's maybe zoom into the Winklevoss. Who is he? Where is he? Okay, here we go. This account here, the big green blob, that's Winklevoss. His account. And what we see here, that the white accounts are those accounts that retweeted him within those few hours. And yes, what you see here is basically a huge influence. And if I want to simplify the visualization a little bit, I can also go to selections and filters and tell the system, show me only those accounts that really actively tweeted at least one time. So I put number of tweets, it's 1. So, and you reduce the complexity, the noise of the visualization, and you can, for example, in this case, focus only on those accounts that are really contributing original content to the discussion. And here we see that Winklevoss is one of the biggest, if not the biggest one, of those participants in this time frame. Okay, so this was just a short overview of TVISTTER, the visualization system for 3D network analysis of Twitter data. And maybe just to sum it up with a little bit of a look into today. So this is today. It's just a very short time frame. It's 2 hours in the afternoon, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And in those 2 hours, there have been about 2,600 accounts active in communication at Twitter. And so you see the network is a little bit less dense. It's not so much activity because the time frame is also much shorter. And let's see who was the biggest account a few hours ago. So what we see here is, let's just take account popularity a bit bigger. Okay, so here we go. Congratulations. KuCoin was the most popular account, at least in those 2 hours that we covered here. And it's an exchange of cryptocurrency. That's the account of that. So congratulations. Well, that's it for this episode. And I hope I given you a nice and interesting overview of this very cool visualization system for Twitter data. And by the way, if you like it and if you want to play for yourself with the system, it's also possible. Just go to www.TVISTTER.net. TVISTTER is just a word of Twitter visualization. And under TVISTTER.net you can play around with the hashtag Bitcoin, or even if you want to buy a license for a few euros, you can also discover other hashtags that are covered by the system. But Bitcoin is for free, so you can try it out and play a little bit with the visualization. And as always, if you like it, what you see here, give me a subscription or leave a comment, because this is a very a very new channel, and I'm very at the beginning stage of a learning process here. And if you like it, leave a comment, tell me if you like it or not, especially if you're not liking it, because then I can have maybe a chance to get better if I'm reading your comments. And yes, okay, that's it for today. See you. Bye.